The Chief Data Officer role, what we call the CDO, is a relatively new function in financial services. Maybe they've been in place for the past 3 to 5 years. And they're now being asked to play critical roles that materially impact how the company is viewed by the regulators and their customers. So the role is evolving in the sense that they have to come out of their comfort zone of just dealing with data and technology to doing something more that is visible to the external marketplace. So most of the CDOs who have grown up through the technology and the data world find themselves in a new frame, if you will, of a new space that they need to play in. So significant evolution in what they were expected to do before versus what they're expected to do today. The two mandates that they now have in front of them. One is the role they are playing in the control dimension, as we call it. Controls meaning regulatory compliance, instituting data governance, data quality, timely regulatory filings. So that's been the traditional place where they have started in the past 3 to 5 years. But increasingly, they're also being asked to significantly drive, if not even lead, the growth agenda of the firm. So exploring new kinds of data, analytics, technology, along with the digital capabilities in driving growth. So the mandate is twofold now, both the control dimension and the growth dimension. And this is often creating a lot of tension and sometimes conflicts because investments for regulatory requirements are crowding out investments for the growth side, and the CDOs have to now balance how they would do both. Clearly, there's a big demand to change the skill base of their organization. Besides developing pure technology capabilities, now they need people who can understand regulatory requirements, regulatory jargon, have people who are comfortable dealing with the risk and finance organization and the regulators. So the whole skill base is one. Of course, on the growth side, the skill base needs to be more digitally savvy. They need to understand digital marketing and so on and so forth. The other important challenge they have is in the investment prioritization. A lot of the investments are growing into the control side of the equation because regulations mandate it. That's crowding out investments for the growth, which is about building new digital capabilities. So how should I as a CDO get clever about leveraging my investments in control to drive the growth agenda? If I invest in machine learning capabilities and risk, can I use that for digital marketing? So that's the third broad area they're wrestling with. There's another broad area which is about where should I really report into. A lot of the CDOs are reported to the risk and the finance or the ops and tech areas. Not clear that there is any one proven model in the industry. So they have to contend with their own organization structure and their reporting hierarchies. Then several other interaction and operating model issues in how do I deal with distributing data into the enterprise, therefore how do I support it? There is a whole change phenomena happening in terms of democratizing data, distributing data to the end users. So how should I as a CDO support it, facilitate it, and also take ownership for some of the business impact that those capabilities can drive? We hosted a roundtable with 13 CDOs from leading financial institutions in the US and Canada. It was very clear amongst all of them that this idea of the evolution of the role, the balancing act between control and growth was clearly number one priority for them. But it was also clear that all of them have, over the past couple of years, maybe more, have centered their activities around the control side. So what they're doing right now is being clever about how they can take advantage of the technology, data, people, skills, all of those things and parlay it onto the growth side. So that's a big piece of what they are doing now. I would put it as how do you use the control capabilities you have built as a launch pad to develop growth capabilities. So that's first and foremost what they're doing. The second one is the realization is beginning to dawn on them that they need to get off of their comfort zone of data and technology and become really business leaders. So driving execution and impact, signing up and owning up to the business impact that needs to come are some new things that they are grappling with, not in their traditional comfort zone. So two broad areas: leveraging control investments for growth. How do I go about doing it along with the technologies? And then how do I step out of my comfort zone in driving impact for the business? So those are the two things that came out very loud and clear as we had an entire afternoon with 13 leading CDOs in the financial industry.